Brings us to Sam's session with Virginie, their conversational hypnosis trainer.
Okay, so tell me more about Virginie.
Well, Sam mentions how Virginie really helped them tap into that deeper level where change really happens.
Yeah, fascinating. How does she do it?
It's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Sam was talking about how Virginie was just so attentive to like these really subtle cues in their language.
Like what? Like what kind of cues?
So Sam mentioned using words like accepting, faith, and different.
Okay, interesting words.
Right. But Virginie, she zeroed in on those repeated words.
Really?
And she recognized them as like these signposts.
Signposts.
Yeah, there's these internal shifts happening for Sam.
Wow. It's like she's listening on a whole other level.
Right. Most people would just hear those words and not think twice.
Yeah, they just fly right by.
But she's tuned into the fact that those words represent like these core shifts in Sam's beliefs, their perspective, everything.
It's a bit like a detective noticing this tiny little detail at a crime scene, right?
Okay, yeah.
What seems totally insignificant to most people, it's a major clue for someone who's, trained to see it.
That's a great analogy.
Right. And for a skilled conversational hypnotist, those repeated words, those aren't just words, they're like flashing neon signs.
Pointing to
the heart of the issue.
Wow, this is incredible. So it's not just about listening to what's being said.
No, it's way more than that.
It's about understanding this deeper meaning behind the words.
You got it. Recognizing those patterns, the recurring themes. That's what points to the core of someone's experience. And that's where the real magic of conversational hypnosis lies, you see.
This is seriously blowing my mind. It's like I'm learning this whole new language,
Great.
but it's hidden in plain sight, like within our everyday conversations.
That's a great way to put it. It's like this hidden code.
Yeah.
And the exciting thing is, like, once you start to notice these subtle cues, it's like this whole world just opens up.
Okay, so how do we actually train ourselves to listen on that level?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it takes like some serious practice and like real attention to detail.
It definitely does. It's a skill.
Yeah.
Remember when Virginie was talking about how she doesn't even try to remember every single thing?
Right.
She's not aiming for like total recall.
Yeah.
She focuses on the recurring themes,
Okay.
words or phrases that just keep popping up,
Okay, yeah.
Those repetitions, those are like breadcrumbs, you see.
Okay, yeah.
They're leading to this deeper understanding.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Our brains are like wired to notice patterns.
Exactly.
So when we hear the same, I don't know, word or phrase over and over,
yeah.
it's like our brain is saying, hey, pay attention. This is important.
Precisely. And it's not just about the words themselves.
Yeah,
It's the emotion behind them, right? The way they're said, how often they come up.
Right.
It's like you're listening to this whole symphony.
Yeah.
You're not just focusing on the individual notes.
Okay, wow. This is making me rethink every conversation I've ever had. I feel like I've been missing out on so much.
Think of it as a skill that you're developing, and why not start practicing like right now?
Okay.
Have you ever noticed yourself using a particular phrase or word repeatedly when you're, talking about a specific thing in your life?
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
just the other day, I realized I kept saying stuck when I was talking about my current creative project.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So tell me, what do you think that word stuck? What might that be telling us?
I think deep down I'm afraid of failing. So I'm kind of putting on the brakes.
Putting on the brake.
It feels easier to just stay stuck than to actually put myself out there and risk not succeeding.
Exactly. So by paying attention to that repeated word and asking yourself why does that keep coming up, you've unlocked a deeper understanding of your own thoughts and behaviors.
This is incredible. And this isn't just like limited to therapy settings, right?
No, not at all.
Imagine how much more effective we could be in like all our relationships.
Yeah.
If we listened with this level of, I don't know,
Depth.
Depth.
Absolutely. Imagine the impact on your communication as, I don't know, a leader, a partner, a parent, a friend.
Yeah.
By understanding these principles of conversational hypnosis, you're not just learning this cool technique.
Yeah.
You're enhancing your empathy and your ability to connect on this much deeper level.
This is blowing my mind.
Powerful stuff.
It is. Okay, but before we get, I don't know, too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
let's circle back to Sam's session.
Okay.
We've talked about, Virginie's deep listening, picking up on those verbal cues.
Right.
But there's also this crucial element of testing.
Ah, yes.
It's not enough to just uncover those underlying beliefs and emotions.
No, you've gotta make sure the change it's really sunk in.
So walk us through how Virginie tests Sam's breakthrough.
Okay.
What does that look like in practice?
It's actually this brilliant but really simple technique.
Okay.
So remember how excited Sam was after that initial breakthrough?
Oh yeah, like their problem was solved.
Right. And it's so tempting to end the session on that high note,
Yeah,
right?
you wouldn't want to like burst their bubble.
Exactly. But Virginie, she gets it. She understands that real change requires a little more than just a fleeting feeling of excitement.
Right. Yeah.
So she gently guides Sam back to their initial challenge.
So she's intentionally bringing that fear back into the picture.
In a way, yes.
Okay.
But it's not about re-traumatizing them or anything like that.
Right.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Imagine you've built this beautiful house of cards.
Okay. Yeah.
And then someone comes along and they gently blow on it.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Keep going.
If the house just crumbles, that means the foundation wasn't strong enough, right?
Right.
But if it stays standing, you've proven its resilience.
Okay, I get it.
And that's what Virginie's doing with Sam.
Okay.
She's gently blowing on that breakthrough to see if it can withstand that whole fear.
So she's basically saying, okay, we've uncovered this amazing breakthrough, but let's see if it holds up when we bring that fear back into the equation.
Exactly.
It's like a stress test for emotional change.
Yes. I love that. A stress test. That's a great way to put it.
Right.
Because she wants to make sure those positive changes are truly integrated.
Yeah.
And not just, some temporary high from the breakthrough.
Right.
They have to stick.
And what happens when she brings the fear back? How does Sam react?
So Sam initially, they're a little hesitant.
Yeah.
They talk about how that fear, it immediately came rushing back.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect example of how our brains, even when we're making, amazing progress, they can still cling to those old patterns.
Oh, that is so relatable.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to feel confident, when everything's like going our way.
Oh, absolutely.
But then those old fears, those insecurities, they always seem to pop back up when we're faced with a challenge.
Right. They rear their ugly heads.
Exactly. So what happens next?
Well, this is where Virginie's skill really, really shines, you see.
Okay.
Instead of shying away from that fear, she guides Sam right through it. She helps Sam to see that the fear, it's still there. But their relationship to it, that's what's changed.
Okay, how so?
It's no longer this insurmountable obstacle.
Right.
It's just a feeling that they can acknowledge and move through.
That is such a powerful distinction. It's not about erasing fear completely.
No.
It's about changing how we respond to it.
Exactly. And that's the true power of conversational hypnosis. It's not about, magically eliminating all of our problems.
Right. Yeah.
It's about giving us the tools to navigate them with more awareness, with more resilience.
It's like learning to surf.
Right, yeah.
You don't stop the waves from coming. You learn to ride them.
What a perfect analogy. And that's exactly what Sam is experiencing in this session, right?
Yeah.
They realize that fear, it might always be there.
Yeah.
But they have the tools now to navigate it without letting it control them.
Right. And they couldn't have gotten there without Virginie like guiding them through that whole testing process.
Right, exactly.
It's like she helped Sam build this bridge, right?
Yeah.
Cross the fear instead of just pretending like the chasm wasn't even there.
And that's something I think we can all learn from this. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new insight or a moment of clarity.
Yeah, for sure.
But lasting change, it requires us to really integrate those shifts on a much deeper level, right?
Yeah.
We need to test our new beliefs, our new behaviors in the real world, where those old fears and patterns, they might still be lurking.
It's like the difference between like reading about how to ride a bike and actually getting on one.
Right? Yes.
You can have all the knowledge in the world.
Right.
But But until you actually put it into practice, you don't really know if you can do it.
And then even if you fall off that bike a few times, right? Each time you get back on, you're strengthening those neural pathways. You're building resilience. You're moving closer to mastery.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
It really has.
Before we wrap up, what's one thing you hope our listeners will take away from this deep dive into Sam's experience?
For me, it all boils down to empowerment.
Okay. Conversational
hypnosis. It's not about, some mystical power that one person has over another.
Right.
It's about recognizing the incredible power we all have within us.
Yeah.
To create lasting change. Right.
Okay.
From within.
Yeah.
It's about learning to listen to ourselves and to others with greater depth, with more understanding, and to use language as a tool for real transformation.
I love that. So it's not about like finding a guru to fix us.
No.
It's about tapping into like that wisdom.
Yes.
And that resilience we already have inside us.
Precisely. And it is a journey, you see.
Yeah.
It's not a destination.
Yeah.
There will be, bumps along the way. There will be moments of doubt, old patterns, they might resurface.
Right.
But with each challenge, we have this incredible opportunity to deepen our self-awareness, to strengthen our resolve, and to move closer to the life that we truly want to create.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of conversational hypnosis.
It really has.
Remember, everyone, lasting change, it isn't about, willpower or forcing yourself to be different.
It's a process.
It's about understanding ourselves on this deeper level, listening to those subtle cues within our language and gently guiding ourselves towards those changes that we want to see. And who knows, you might even find yourself listening to your own conversations a little differently from now on.
I have a feeling this is just the beginning of a very fascinating journey of discovery for all of us.
I think so too.